Skate America presented by American Cruise Lines. We are officially underway here at Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada, and it was the pairs team here in Vegas that were rolling the dice on the ice to see how it would go in the short program, and it is Pang and Jin who have come out on top in that short program, 72.73 over Pavlyuchenko and Kodakin. The Americans Ashley Kane-Gribble and Timothy Leduc in third place after that pairs short. We've got the pairs complete with their short program there, and we are going to have the men on the ice very, very soon. Nick McCarville alongside Michael Weiss, a three-time U.S. champ, and Brooke Castile, a U.S. champ in 2007. And Brooke, I've got to start with you. Your impressions there. What were the surprises out of that short program in the pairs?
Well, I think for me, the big fall on the throw for Ashley Kane-Gribble was kind of not a normal mistake for her, especially in the short program. You could even see it on her face, the surprise, getting up and scrambling. I think that was the top three are what we predicted. I think just the order was scrambled a little bit, but nothing too shocking. Nothing too shocking,
but for Pang and Jin, they've got to be happy. Near their personal best, that 70-plus score, and they looked really solid out there.
Yeah, I think they capitalized on the miss from Kane and Leduc and from the Russian team as well. The Russian team just looked a little bit flat to me today, just not real polished. But the Chinese team, Hung Bo Zhao always has his teams ready to compete every year. He was a champion himself, and he knows how to prepare, and he did the same for this team. They were ready, they were confident, and they were just clean, which was enough to win the short program
They
today.
really sold it, too. I feel like they were the only team to really feel like they were performing full out and really, brought the energy up a little bit.
They're fun. They really are. Yeah, let's actually go ahead and check them out, and we can continue the conversation on Pang and Jin, who are in first place after the short program. The Chinese team, a fourth-place finisher at the World Championships last year. And Mike, they just continued that theme here with some confident skating this afternoon.
Yeah, a little bit of a step out on that side-by-side jump, but nice, huge throw, split twist there. A good, solid program. Their throws are enormous. Look at the distance and height on that jump.
I actually thought their twist wasn't very good for them. I thought it was kind of small. I thought they were going to end up second. I did think they had better energy than the Russians, but they had the small mistake on the side-by-side jump, and I thought their twist didn't compare to the Russian team. But I think just the overall skating last helped them, and kind of bringing up the energy just made everyone feel good. And it's a judge sport, so you want to feel good when you watch someone skate.
I think the opportunity was there for Ashley and Timothy to take over, because their side-by-side triple sows were right in front of us, and they were flawless. They were smooth, they were easy. The energy started to build, and it just kind of just when she missed that throw triple flip, it just kind of took the energy out of the program. But based on their scores, had she hit that throw triple flip, they would be very comfortably in the lead.
Yes.
Yeah, we're going to get to them here in just a second. Let's go ahead and check out the second place team. It was Pavlyuchenko and Kodakin. They're world junior champions from a couple of years ago. And I mean, especially the
you
start.
Don't get better than that.
That was really, the start of the program was so strong for them.
Yeah, and then their program was a little lacking as far as choreography goes for me and transitions. Their lift was not very strong. Cool exit, very difficult, but I feel like they lost some points there, and that's where the Chinese caught them. But, I mean, overall, good debut. They just didn't look like they really enjoyed themselves. It looked like just a practice.
And they also had that one little error where she ran into him physically.
It looks like she may have thrown her blade into his quad.
There was no blood on the ice, which is always a good thing. And the transition for them, Mike, that they're building, this is their second full senior year. They're trying to build step by step.
Yeah, and I think that's what, whenever you're the junior world champion, it's like people always know, okay, there's tons of potential there, but you have to work on polishing your program, polishing the movements, polishing the spins and the lifts. And, the unison is there, but there's a little bit of distance and kind of separation from them in a few places. But the content is there, the technicality is there.
Yes,
side-by-side
absolutely.
jumps were great. Those elements were good. Just a little bit more speed on things, a little bit more polish in the detail in order to take it to the next level.
They've been solid for years already, and they're very young. I feel like they're not very fast, especially this is the first time I've seen them live in person.
Yeah.
They don't have very much speed, which is something they can really work on. And I just think he's not as good as a lot of the Russian guys. He's kind of clunky. He's a little bit heavy in the shoulders, and I just don't think he carries the team as much as he can. A lot of the best pair teams, it's really the guy that makes the difference. The better guys are usually the teams that are on top. All the girls are great. We're all just, fabulous.
Wonderful
Yes.
and beautiful. Well, we know how strong Timothy Leduc is. So is Ashley Kane Gribble, and they came in to this short program, Brooke, with the theme is there, the storm. They looked the part, and they go into this short program, obviously having won the U.S. Championships last year, bronze here at Skate America. That was their first Grand Prix medal, and they looked pretty good today, other than that throw triple Lutz.
Yeah, unfortunately, that was just a really bad fall too. It wasn't just a mistake. It was she went down, and that just, it looked like to me, when girls fall where it just kind of looks like a surprise to them, generally the guy didn't do his job right. I think he didn't stay down on his knees long enough, and it just kind of, it took off a little early, and when that happens, you feel like all of a sudden your feet just aren't under you when it's time to land, and that's, sometimes she will make small mistakes on her throws. She tends to sometimes put her left foot down on the landing, hides it very well, or a little bit forward, will touch down. But to fall like that, that's not normal for them, and I'm sure she's very disappointed.
But they've got to be happy the fact that they had that fall. They're still in third. They're in front of Haven Denny and Brandon Frazier. The signs are there for Kane Gribble and Leduc to come through in the free skate and show some of their best.
Oh, you're right. The opportunity is definitely there for them to win the free skate and potentially move into gold medal position. But because of that mistake, it looks like they're not in contention, but they really are.
Yes.
Because they made a big mistake like that, and had they not, they would be right on top in this event.
And you remember, it's all, you accumulate points. It's all one big point total at the end. So even if you have a mistake in the short, and it seems like it's a big deal because there's so few elements in the short, really it's all just added to the long. It's all just, however many total elements there are. You do the math. 7 plus 12 or whatever.
Math.
Yeah, I don't even
19.
have
Okay, so that's the pairs short program. We've got the men to come here in just a few minutes. We can hear inside Orleans Arena. We're going to show you, obviously, as we get closer to that, the guys that are skating. It is a stacked lineup. But let's go ahead and check in first off with a young American who's up and coming. It's Alex Krasnjan.
What are you most looking forward to heading into the 2019-2020 season?
Probably what I'm most looking for is how I changed myself as far as my performances, because I worked with a new choreographer and we created 2 programs that are completely different from what I've ever done before, and I think that they really bring out my performance. So I'm excited for that, as well as show that I can jump quadruple jumps with that performance. And obviously what I'm most excited for is competing in Las Vegas. I think it's going to be amazing. Like, every time I think about it, it just brings a smile on my face.
Well, we're excited to see you. Stay tuned for Alex Krasnjan 2019-2020 season.
All right, we're excited. He looks pretty excited there. We're excited for that quad flip that he's got, right?
Yeah, well, he said, at the U.S. Classic, he landed his first clean quad in competition. And now to build on that, he's doing quad flips here that we haven't seen him been doing before. And quad is the name of the game right now, and if he has them in the short program, he's always had a great triple flip, triple loop, and now to have a quad flip in the arsenal, pretty cool.
That's big. So he's skating third. Let's go ahead and look at the actual skate order today. This is the first group on the ice, and Mike, you were saying before the short program here for the men, you feel like we almost have to mention every name because of how strong the men's field is here.
Yeah, this is one of those where it's, okay, Nathan is obviously a favorite, but there's numerous guys all the way down to the bottom that can all have a shot at winning a medal here, and that's kind of rare. We literally have to mention every single person. Keegan Messing's got a shot. Jason Brown's got a shot. Dmitry Aliev's got a shot. Boyang Jin, all these guys could potentially be even win it if for some reason Nathan were to make an uncharacteristic mistake. There's a lot of firepower here in this short program.
Nathan Chen, obviously the favorite for gold. How do you see the race as we shape up for silver? We see all those names in Jin Boyang, Junhua Cha, you see Dmitry Aliev, Jason Brown. What are these guys going to have to put out in the short program?
They're going to have to skate well, because Mike was talking about this earlier, because there's so many good ones. They're going to be clean skates, even though there's really hard difficulty technically in all of these programs, a lot of quads being tried. There are going to be some clean skates, so it's going to be down to whoever does it well.
Yeah. And I'm interested to see Dmitry Aliev and see he's put the quad lots back in the program again. He had tons of promise after the Olympics. Everybody was thinking, okay, this could be the next, the big Russian. Then he had a bad year last year, and now he seems like he's getting back into the rhythm, and we're seeing this stuff that kind of encouraged us that he was going to be a great skater now in practice here. Quad lots is back in, so he can challenge Nathan Chen technically with elements like that.
Well, you have Aliev there. Nathan Chen's got the quad lutz and triple toe planned to open this program. Now, one skater that really entertained all of us last season made the Grand Prix final, Keegan Messing, and he's got a lot to skate for today. It's an emotional day for him in a lot of aspects because he's skating to his wedding song, but he also had his brother pass away a few weeks ago.
Yeah, just recently his brother unfortunately passed away in a motorcycle accident, and we've often talked about this, how sometimes when you're challenged a lot emotionally, it sometimes brings out the best in you as an athlete. I mean, we saw it when Joanne Rochette won the bronze medal in her Olympic performance, and even like Michael Jordan's best performance when the passing of his father was one of his greatest. So sometimes it can be, obviously very emotional on the bad side, but also it can be inspiring as well.
And he skates with so much heart anyway.
Exactly.
He loves skating, and he's just a crowd pleaser. I mean, he does his exhibition program in a loincloth. I mean, how can you not love him, right?
Awesome.
Just a quirky guy.
He's actually, besides Nathan, who I just still feel so blessed to be able to see live. Anytime I see him, I feel like I'm witnessing like greatness and history. But Keegan Messing is who I'm most excited to see, and I just think he's so much fun. I kind of think he's like a rom-com. He's not an Oscar movie. He's a rom-com, and that's what you watch the most. That's the movie you keep going back to, and you want to sit down and watch. You can, one of these Oscar winners you'll watch, and you'll be like, oh, that was impactful and amazing. But once is enough. I don't know if I can handle it again. A comedy or rom-com, you want to watch it every time it's on.
Well, I have to say his jumps have looked really good in practice this week. And also, Keegan Messing is famous for his backflip. Michael Weiss knows a thing or two about the backflip. This was put up on his social media in the recent past, and this was
Look
good.
At the distance.
You wanted more clearance, though,
How
right?
can you not
early
love
on that.
him?
Michael Weiss wanted a little more clearance.
I did. Well,
He's
because
fearless and fun. Like, he's just the best.
I've done that where you do it over people before, and it's all about timing. He never looked back. Like when I do mine, I at least give a glance and be like, all right, I'm going to time and see. He covers so much. I'm 15 feet at least in distance on that, so he's got room for leeway, but he cut it real close. I don't want to be the guy on the bottom of that one.
Well, he's going to be skating last today, Keegan Messing, after Nathan Chen, and also one skater we really haven't mentioned too much. We'll get to the guys more after the short program. Jason Brown, also coming off of an accident, the car accident that he had before Champs Camp, so maybe not 100% because he's had some concussion stuff to deal with, but we always love watching him
We
skate
do,
too.
and what all these other guys bring technically, Jason brings with the component score. He is far beyond everyone else when it comes to skating skills, musicality, and just the transitions. He barely does a crossover in his program, and he's always going to have a standing O. Everyone's going to stand up, and having a performer like that in such a big group of great skaters is just going to enhance the viewing. I just lost my train of thought.
Viewing
guys.
pleasure.
Sorry.
No, all of it. I mean, people love Jason Brown.
Yeah,
and
it's
this
just-
is the
this is
U.S.
a great
It'll
event.
be a huge,
Yeah.
huge applause for him no matter what.
Exactly. Just
And he
watch.
hasn't
As soon
been
as they
at
announce
Skate
his
America
name.
for a while, so him skating out home is always a great thing
you're
too.
Right. Yeah, totally. So Jason Brown, one to watch. Jimbo Yang, we didn't even get to talk about him. Junhwa Cha. It is a packed men's field. We're so excited for it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the schedule for the rest of the day. We're going to be right back here with you live on US Figure Skating Facebook and YouTube after the men, and then later you can see that's 4 o'clock local time. Later you've got an ice desk before dance, after dance, before the ladies, and after the ladies. We might need some coffee here on the ice desk because there's a lot of skating to come and there is a lot to talk about. Any surprises in the short program? Is Nathan Chen going to be at the top of the podium after the short?
I think so. In theory, yes.
In theory, yes.
I think so. But
Safe
you know
answer.
what? I think there's going to be a lot of good men's skates here. I think there's going to be some depth in this short program.
Any surprises?
Because normally
Brooke?
it's like one clean and another guys make some mistakes.
No,
I see like
I
three
don't
clean
think there
skates,
can be
4 clean
surprises
skates.
because really there's no way to predict what's going to happen. All these guys are good.
Someone pick.
You
I've got
pick.
the skating
You're the
order
pro
right.
here.
No. I'm just the host. Who's in second after the short program?
Keegan Messing,
Ooh, I
Jason
like
Brown
it.
third.
I'm saying
wow.
Dimitri
That's not going
Aliev
to happen.
second.
Dimitri Aliev second. Okay, Keegan Messing.
No, he's probably right.
I'm going to go with Jim Boyang is going to throw down in the short program. We're
Not
gonna
in
see
long, though. Maybe in
how it goes.
short.
Yeah, maybe
He
in the
won't
short. You never know
You
with
heard
Jim
it here
Boyang.
first.
You guys, we've got so much coming up here. You can watch live on NBC Sports Gold using the Figure Skating Pass. It is free this weekend, and actually, The first skater, this is a live look. The first skater is Kashiro Shimada. He's about to take the ice. That means we're done. You guys go watch some skating. We'll be right back here after Skate America, presented by American Cruise Lines. Talk to you soon.